And I read through your academic achievements and the scholarships you managed to get. I am so surprised, and I really look up to you. How could you do that? Could you tell us more about your journey to the scholarships?
Let's take back, 20 years ago when I was like a grade 12 student in high school. I think back then at the back of my mind, I was never thinking about getting a scholarship, let alone getting a scholarship to study abroad. So I think the first scholarship came as more like a fortune cookie, dropping from the sky, and I just happened to be at the right time in the right place, and I just gladly catch it. So I think the first scholarship was a random thing. And then since then I went to the UK, I was more aware of the world and what opportunities existed in the world, and that is when I start to really consciously working really hard to achieve scholarship and after scholarship.
How many scholarships did you manage to get?
Okay. So I got the first scholarship was to do A-levels in the UK. So that was the first scholarship for 2 years to A-levels. Then I got another full scholarship for my bachelor undergrad degree in London School of Economics.
Wow.
So that's the second scholarship. The third one I got is to do my PhD in Stanford. So that's the third one. The fourth one is when I was doing my PhD, there was another big scholarship from International Monetary Fund. So that's the fourth scholarship. And the fifth one is when I did my MBA, was at Oxford University. The sixth one was when I were already working as a professional. I got a scholarship to went to the US for 2 months to really learn from the true expert of the world in education. So those are like the big scholarships that fund my journey. There were a lot of other scholarships, a smaller one for like travel grants or like research grants or book scholarship or vacation. So I think I didn't work my way counting the number of scholarships I get, but more like really taking that as opportunity to grow myself. And also now I feel it's a privilege that I wish to give back to the younger generation so that they can enjoy a similar journey or even better journeys than I did in the past.
Wow. I think it makes totally sense that they call you a brilliant scholarship hunter in Vietnam. I mean, what's more for you? In every stage of education, you got a big scholarship along with a lot of minor scholarship as well, and it really opens up a door of opportunities for you and make who you are. So what do you think is the importance of scholarship for students? Is that necessary to have scholarship to go study abroad?
So I think if you are not from a very wealthy family, I think that is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. So I think for students who do not have a wealthy family background, scholarship is such a great privilege. It's a blessing, but for me, it's also a responsibility as well to give back, because I think strange people give money to you so that you can have your once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's also a responsibility that you pay back in one way or another. So yes, if you're one of those students out there aspiring one day to be able to go to a university overseas to study under a scholarship, there are tons available out there for you to grab. Do you have the determination, the grit, and the passion to work beyond what is normally required of you at school, and really to have that at like your vision and focus and lock in that vision and work toward that goal? I think, as I often say, luck can happen to anyone, right? But miracles only happen to those who keep trying and trying when others have given up.
Wow, that's amazing. Very inspiring. A vast majority of young people that I met, and also I know that are watching the show, they have a really strong desire to have a scholarship, regardless of their backgrounds. Even like wealthy families or not, they really want a scholarship. So what do you think are the scholarship opportunities right now in Vietnam?
As I had said earlier, scholarship opportunities are really a big wide door open to almost anyone and everyone, you know. It's almost like every country you want to go and study, not just like US and Canada and UK and Australia and New Zealand. All the other countries have opened their doors with lots and lots of scholarships, both from private and public institutions that can generously support and fund for you. So I think 10 years earlier, 20 years earlier, back in my day and age, it was not like a very strong and popular concept. But
Yeah.
today it is a very widespread. That's what I would say, like it's almost like there for you to grab. And do you have that mindset and that spirit to grab it or not? So I think if you decide to have that scholarship one day to go abroad to study, it's your game to win or lose. It's not other people's games, it's actually your game.
So how about the challenges in applying for a scholarship for Vietnamese students?
I think the first challenge lies within yourself first. The desire, the aspiration to get a scholarship is there, but does your stamina, your grit, your persistence match it? I usually say to my students, right, if you want something for 10%, make sure that your effort is 100%. You know, so if you want something, your effort need to double that aspiration, that desire, and your persistence need to like 3 times, 5 times that desire as well. So I think the first challenge is, do you have that long-term vision and long-term persistence within you? Do you have the character to work non-stop while the others are busy doing other things? You are here and focus and work on your goal. I think that is the first challenge. The second challenge is actually come from your confidence and your soft skills. I think a lot of students in Vietnam, very hardworking, very intelligent, great score achievers and great achievement in many other things as well. But when they confront an interviewer, sometimes or many times they cannot portray themselves across to the interviewer with confidence, not like with an ego, but like with the confidence that's needed in order to win the heart and the mind of the interviewer, and also like the soft skill as well. And I think the third challenge is the mindset. A lot of these scholarship interviewers, they're not necessarily looking for the best student and the most brilliant student in school. They're looking for the one that that has a strong mindset, an open mindset, a strong mindset, a critical thinking mindset, you know, and even a creative mindset as well. So I think to wrap up, those 3 things I think are really important, which is your perseverance, your confidence and soft skill, and also your mindset as well. I think those things cannot be built within a day or overnight. It's something that has to be cultivated consciously and consistently for years.
So for a person who managed to get a scholarship, they must they must have an open-minded mindset so that they can win a scholarship, and along with a lot of factors as well.